Good morning, my dear students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, whether my voice is audible? Is it clear? Okay, fine. One more minute to go. We are going to start the new concept, that is locomotion and movement today. Very easy concept, and let me check the weightage of it and let you know. Just give me a minute. The weightage for the particular chapter which we are going to discuss is for 4 marks, guys. So let us begin today's concept. Fine. Let us begin today's concept, that is locomotion and movement. Fine. So I think all of you are um, out from the what is that scene of the PUC results. Okay. Now don't worry about anything. Just concentrate on CET. Let me just share the screen. Let us brush up some ideas first. Then later on we will move to Q&A session. So, guys, as the concept comprises, I mean, the weightage is of 4 marks. So, you will get it around most probably the questions will be easy from this chapter. Okay, but don't neglect the chapter because it is of only 4 marks. Hmm? Fine. Okay. So, regarding locomotion and movement, we are studying from 6th standard. So, in 6th standard, we had the chapter named movement. Okay, in science. Then we have first concept regarding the movement. The cells of human body exhibit three main types of movement, namely amoeboid, ciliary, and muscular. Muscle fiber, sarcolemma, blood capillary, fascicle. Just observe the diagram and labels of it. Muscle fiber. This is a diagrammatic cross-sectional view of muscle. So it will be consist of muscle fiber, sarcolemma, and then blood capillaries. Then structure of skeletal muscle. Each organized skeletal muscle in our body made of number of muscle bundles or held together by a common collagenous connective tissue layer called fascia. Each muscle bundle contains number of muscle fibers. So I only added the slides which are important for CET or competitive exams. That is why it is not organized like a theory chapter. Next. Next, as the muscle fiber will be consisting of actin. Nandish Avati. He wants blueprint. Okay, I will try. Then each actin or thin filament is made up of two F filaments helically. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. F filaments actins helically wounded to each other. Each F actin is a polymer of monomeric G actins. Actin is a helical structure which is made up of F actin as well as G actin. F actin andre ಏನು filamentous actin which has the shape of filament, and G actin andre ಏನು globular actin anta, globular shape. Here you can see an actin thin filament. This is actin, and the myosin monomer. Then two filaments of another protein, tropomyosin, also run close to the F actin throughout its length. So F actin globular actin jotege two filaments of another protein. Which protein? The protein is called tropomyosin. So it also run close to the F actin center. The next one is a complex protein troponin is also distributed at regular intervals on tropomyosin. In the resting stage, the subunit of troponin, the active binding site for myosin on the actin filaments. Myosin. Regarding myosin, we have to read. Very important actually. Chaitra, can you read out the slide, please? Okay. Okay, I will unmute you. Wait. Chaitra. You can unmute yourself now, Chaitra. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Each myosin thick filament is also polymerized protein. Many monomeric proteins called meromycins constitute one thick filament. Each meromycin has two important parts: a globular head with a short arm and a tail, the former being called the heavy meromycin HMM, and the latter the light meromycin LMM. The HMM component, that is, the head and short arm, projects outwards at regular distance and angle from each other from the surface of polymerized myosin filament, and it is known as cross arm. The globular head is an active ATPase enzyme and has binding sites for ATP and active sites for actin.
Actin. Okay, thank you, Chaitra. So here the monomeric units are meromyosins. ಅದೊಂದು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ the globular head is an active ATPase enzyme. Globular head ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? Active ATPase enzyme ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? It has binding sites for ATP. That is, ATP can go and bind to that end, and active sites for actin also. These 2 points we have to remember from this slide, guys. So let us proceed further. Myosin, binding site, breaking, sliding, rotation of clavicle, mandible, sternum, ribs. Just observe the diagram: humerus, radius, ulna, ischium, femur, patella, tibia, fibula, tarsus, metatarsals, phalanges. Then, okay, and also just brush up or recall the concepts of joints like ball and socket joint, pivotal joint, pelvic joints. Then, as after that, ball and socket, hinge joint, gliding joint. So just observe the diagram and just imagine where all, in which all parts, which type of joints will occur. Because based on that only, we have many questions to discuss that. Fine, let us proceed further. This is regarding the skull, ribs and rib cage. Just remember regarding floating ribs, which are not attached to the vertebral column. See, floating ribs, 11th and 12th pair. 11th pair and 12th pair is called floating ribs. Fine. Yeah. Thoracic curvature, vertebral column ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು consider ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ again we have divided that vertebral column, guys. So here it is clear in this thoracic curvature. The first region is cervical. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇರೋದು cervical ಅಂತಾರೆ. After cervical, after this region, so here from the neck, after this region, the thoracic curvature will come. Then after that lumbar, then after that sacral, lumbar and sacral. So the number of vertebral discs will be there. No, it differs from one curvature, one region to another region. Fine. Then carpals, metacarpals, phalanges, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೆನಪಿರಬೇಕು. Then after that, radius or ulna are the two bones of hands, forearm. Then tibia, fibula, patella, femur, sacrum, coxal bone. Fine. Disorders of muscular and skeletal system. Now let us solve some questions, then we will proceed to this concept, guys. Okay. So the first question of today, after this we are going to discuss the 5-star questions on this chapter also. Yeah. Just confirm me whether we solved 5-star bio questions for this one, neural control and coordination. Can anyone just tell me whether we completed The 5-star questions on neural control and coordination. ಯಾರು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೆ? ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದಲ್ವಾ? ಚೈತ್ರ ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಹೇಮಶ್ರೀ ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಓಕೆ ಫೈನ್. Then let us discuss in between this class. Okay guys, let us start with the first question of locomotion and movement. The first question goes like this: long bones function in option A support, option B support erythrocyte and leukocyte synthesis. Here it should be leukocytes, Leucocyte. Then option C support and erythrocyte synthesis, option D erythrocyte formation. Yes, who is going to answer this first? Great, very quick responses. Lohit, Hemashri, Pallavi, Chaitra, Gayatri, Rakshita, Pavitra, Asha, then Saundarya, Ramya, Didi, then Parvati. Okay, most of you voted for option B, that is support erythrocyte and leukocyte synthesis. So option B, most of you selected that. Let us see. The option B is the right answer, guys. Yeah, again we have 3 or 2 points in this. So I request Nuhu Sayyed, can you read out this please? Just a minute. Okay, I am okay. You can unmute yourself now.
Yes, ma'am. Long bones are hard, dense bones that provide strength structurally and mobility, typically found in upper and lower extremities, arms and legs. For example, femur thigh bone is a good example of long bone. Homeophysis, production of blood cells, takes place in heavy fibers of long bones. As long bones are hard and dense, they provide support and they function as the synthesis of erythrocyte and leukocyte due to the presence of the red bone marrow.
Thank you, Nuhu Sayyed. So here we have to concentrate on the main term, that is hemopiosis. Hemopiosis means it is the process of production of blood cells. It takes place in the place or the region of the long bone, which is called epiphysis. Okay, as long bones are hard and dense, they provide support. Hard and dense yakirutte? Adu support ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ these are hard and dense. So long bones ಇದ್ದು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದೇ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎರಿಥ್ರೋಸೈಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲ್ಯೂಕೋಸೈಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು, ಯಾಕೆ ಅದು ಎರಿಥ್ರೋಸೈಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಲ್ಯೂಕೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಡ್ ಬೋನ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೋ ಇನ್ ದ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಬೋನ್ಸ್. Okay, let us proceed to the next question, guys. We move our hand while walking for option A faster movement, option B balancing, option C increasing blood circulation, option D relieving tension. Yes. Okay, Lohit option B, Preeti option C. Preeti, you were absent for few days. Saundarya option C, Kanchana Raj option B, Soumya Narar option B, Nuhu Sayyed option B, M Geeta option B, Samar Shilpa Nayak option B, Asha option C, Parvati option A, Hemashri option D. Okay, let us check the answer. The right answer is option B, that is balancing. To balance the limbs, where during walking what happens? Our lower limbs, that is our legs, will be in movement. So to balance our body posture, the hands should also be in a movement, guys. That is why the option B, that is balancing, is the right answer. Fine. Most of you are attending today. Most of you did not attend few classes. I request to be consistent in the classes, don't miss. Okay, then third question goes like this: bones are mainly made up of calcium and phosphorus, calcium and sulfur, calcium and magnesium, calcium and iron. Yes, what is the answer, guys? Kanchana Raj option D, Rakshita option D, Saima option D, Saundarya, Lohit, Pavitra, Soumya, DB, Shilpa Nayak, Kavana, Amrita, Parvati, Rakshita. Most of you answered option D. Few of them voted for option A. Tarun option C. Preeti, option D. Fine. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option A, that is calcium and phosphorus, guys. Magnesium will also be present in the bone, but it is present in the traces amount. Tumba kadame irutte compared to phosphorus. So calcium and phosphorus is the right answer. Most of you answered, but most of you voted for option D answer, not option A. Okay. Okay. Which ion is essential for muscle contraction? Option A, Na plus, option B, K plus, option C, Ca plus, option D, Cl plus. Okay, Nandesh Avati, Saima, Saundarya, Chaitra, Sinchana, Amrita, Lohit. Shilpa Nayak, Hemashri, Pavitra, Kavana Gauda. Okay, Saumya Nara. Okay, most of you voted for option C, that is calcium plus. Then Parvati and Nuhu Sayyad also voted for option C. Let us check the answer. Option C is the right answer, guys. Let us review the concept related to it. Calcium is an essential element required for the contraction of muscles. Release of calcium ions from sarcoplasmic reticulum trigger the muscle contraction process. In fact, calcium ions and ATP, actin, and myosin interact, forming actomyosin, which causes the muscles to contract. So here we have to concentrate on, no doubt, calcium is responsible for muscle contraction. Adana yaar release ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? From which site the calcium ions will be released? It is released by a sarcoplasmic reticulum. Sarcoplasmic reticulum andre ಎಂಡೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ರೆಟಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ ಇರತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಎಂಡೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ರೆಟಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ಗೆ ಸಾರ್ಕೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ರೆಟಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Then after that, when calcium ions are released, calcium ions solely will not make the muscle to contract. It interacts with ATP, actin, and myosin all together form actomyosin. So this actomyosin results in the contraction of muscles. So this is regarding this concept, guys. Okay, fifth question goes like this. Immediate source of energy for muscle contraction is option A, glucose, option B, GTP, option C, creatine phosphate, option D, ATP. Until I complete reading the options, don't answer. Soumya Naral, option A, Chandru, option C, Lohit, option D, Rakshita, option D, Shilpa, option D, Gayatri, option C, DB, option A, Hemashri, option D, Pavitra, Nuhu Sayyad, Parvati, option D, Ramya, option D, L. Kiran, Asha Sake, option D, L. Kiran, option A. Okay, let us check the answer. I'm sorry. Option D, that is ATP, is the right answer. Okay. I request Chandru to read out the slide, please. Can you read, Chandru?
ATP is the only immediate source of energy for muscular contraction. ATP is replenished within muscle fibers from creatine phosphate, anaerobic respiration by glycolysis, anaerobic respiration, and by cellular respiration, aerobic respiration.
Okay, thank you, Chandru. So ATP is the immediate source. Naವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, immediate source ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ the first thing which goes in our mind is glucose. Glucose ready ಆಗಿರತ್ತೆ. It is a ready energy. It gives ready energy ಅಂತ. But immediate source of energy for muscle contraction ಅಂದಾಗ the answer will be ATP. So ATP use ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ATP ಈಗ muscular contraction ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ ATP ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೀಪ್ಲೆನಿಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ATP ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಸಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ATP ಹೋಗಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೀಪ್ಲೆನಿಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ATP ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ it is replenished within the muscle fiber from a substance which is called creatine phosphate. So what this creatine phosphate will do? Once one ATP will provide as an immediate source of energy for one muscular contraction, immediately this creatine phosphate replenishes the ATP by anaerobic respiration, that is by a glycolysis process. Then after that, by cellular respiration, it is a aerobic process. Okay, so this is regarding the question. The next question, that is question number 6 of today, is in mammals, the lower jaw is made up of option A, maxilla, option B, dentary, option C, mandible, option D, ethmoid. Parvati, option C, Kanchana Raj, option C, Amrita, option A, Preeti, option C, Sinchana, option C, Lohit, option D, Soumya, Shilpa, Pallavi, voted for option C, Saima, Rakshita, Nuhu Sayyad, option C, Nuhu Sayyad, option D, Chandru, option D, Gayatri M. Geeta, option D. So let us check the answer, guys. The right answer is option C, that is mandible. Okay, okay, fine. Sorry. Let us brush up a few concepts now. Just a minute. Okay, Bhuvana. Fine. So disorders of muscular and skeletal system. Kanchana Raj, can you read out the slide, please?
Yes, ma'am. Disorder of muscular and skeletal system. Myasthenia gravis, autoimmune disorder affecting neuromuscular junction leading to fatigue, weakness, and paralysis of skeletal muscle. Muscular dystrophy. Progressive degeneration of skeletal muscle, mostly due to genetic disorder. Tetany, rapid spasms, wild contraction in muscle due to low of Ca, calcium in body fluid. Arthritis, inflammation of joints. Ma'am, ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಲ್ಲ. Osteoporosis, age-related disorder characterized by decreased bone mass in increased chance of fracture. Decreased level of estrogen is common cause. Gout, inflammation of joint due to accumulation of uric acid crystals.
Okay, thank you, Kanchana Raj. So the first one is myasthenia gravis. ಅದು autoimmune disorder ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, affecting neuromuscular junction leading to fatigue, weakening and paralysis. Muscular dystrophy, progressive degeneration of skeletal muscle cells due to genetic disorder. Muscular dystrophy ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು genetic disorder ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Tetany, rapid spasms or wild contraction in the muscle due to calcium, low calcium in the body fluid. It usually occurs after the delivery, after the post delivery in the woman. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, in the woman, after when she delivers her baby, the calcium level, there will be a change in hormones, right? So during that, if she does not maintain a good diet, she is unable to maintain a good diet. Whether if her calcium level got low, so she will get the cramps. Cramps antandre contraction, simply contraction like this. Okay, so it is called tetany. Arthritis andre inflammation of the joint. Advertisement ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಸಂಧಿ ನೋವು, ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇನ್ ಇದೆ, ಬಳಸಿ ಟಂಟನಾನ್. So that is arthritis. Okay. Osteoporosis, age-related disorder characterized by decrease in bone mass and increased chances of fractures. ಏಜ್ ಆದಂಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಲ್ ನೋವು ಆಗ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇನ್ ಬರ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ. ಆಸ್ಟಿಯೋಪೋರೋಸಿಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಆಸ್ಟಿಯೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಬೋನ್, ಪೋರೋಸಿಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪೊಳ್ಳಾಗೋದು ಅಂತ. ಪೋರೋಸಿಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೊಳ್ಳಾಗೋದು. ಪೋರೋಸಿಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಬೋನಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Okay, then decreased levels of estrogen is a common cause. 1 minute. Okay. Decreased levels of estrogen is a common cause for the osteoporosis. Gout means what? Inflammation of joints due to accumulation of uric acid crystals. Yes, Kumar, hello. What is your doubt? Fine. How bones work, types of joint nodi, pivotal joint, hinge joint will come here as well as elbow, saddle joint and ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint here, then ball and socket, hinge joint, elbow, pivotal joint, it is called ellipsoidal, hip joint, pivot baratte alli, pectoral joint structure, this is a knee. We have many questions to deal with this joint, types of joints, guys. Fibrous joint in the skull. Fibrous joint in the skull. Fine, ಆಯ್ತಾ. Next one ಏನಿದೆ, joint cavity filled with synovial fluid. Okay, so the fluid present in between the joint is called as synovial fluid. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ articular cartilage ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, which is a soft tissue. Then humerus, ulna carpus, okay, scapula, pectoral girdle ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತದ್ದು. Then sorry, okay, fine. Now let us solve some questions again. Be attentive. 7th question goes like this, guys. Which one is a ball and socket joint from the following? Option A, knee joint. Option B, elbow joint. Option C, humerus and pectoral girdle. Option D, skull and atlas. Ball and socket joint ಯಾವುದು? ಕೆಳಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ? So Nuhu Sayyad, option C, Saundarya, option Lohit, option C, Saundarya, option B, Rakshita, option C, Chaitra, Kumar, Saumyanara, Rakshita, option C. Most of you voted for option C. Few of you voted for option B, Shilpa Nayak and Parvati. Okay. Let us check option C, that is humerus and pectoral girdle is the right answer. Guys, great. 8th question goes like this. Correct order of ear ossicles in rabbit ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Option A, incus stapes malleus. Option B, malleus incus stapes. Option C, malleus stapes and incus. Option D, incus malleus stapes. Yes, YouTube students, what is your answer? Be fast. Chandru, option B. YouTube students, be fast. Kanchana Raj, option B. Rakshita, option B. Shilpa, Saundarya, M. Geeta, Pavitra, Saima, Gayatri, Nandish, Parvati. Okay, ellaru B anta idara. Okay, let us check the answer. Lohit, option C. Kumar, option B. Malleus incus stapes. Malleus stapes incus. Nuhu Sayyad, option C. Okay. Rakshita, option B. So answer is actually option C. As it is in rabbit, it is option C, not option D. Fine. 9th question. In old age, stiffness of joint is due to. So age adange ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, joints ಅಲ್ಲಿ stiffness ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Means they are not movable as it was movable in the when we were young. ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ಟಿಫ್ನೆಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗೆ ಯಾಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಯಸ್ಸಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ, hardening of bones. Option B, inefficiency of muscles. Option C, decrease in synovial fluid. Option D, enlargement of bones. Shilpa, Chandru, Nandish, Pallavi, Parvati, Preeti voted for option C. Kumar, Rakshita, Saima, Lohit, Nuhu Sayyad, Saumya, Gayatri voted for option C. Yes, Gayatri. Okay. So what about others? Fine. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option C. As we age, joint movements become stiffer and less flexible because of amount of lubricating fluid. This lubricating fluid is nothing but synovial fluid, guys. And the cartilage, the soft tissue, also becomes thin. Ligaments also tend to shorten, lose some flexibility, making joints still stiff. Okay, then the functional unit of contractile system of a striated muscle is sarcomere, Z-band, option C, cross bridge, option D, myofibrin. Parvati A, Chaitra A, Lohit, option A, Shilpa Nayak, option A, Pavitra, Saima, Rakshita, Amruta, Kanchana Raj, Nuhu Sayyad. Okay, M. Geeta, Kumar. Most of you voted for option A. Let us check the answer. Saumya Narag. Fine. So the right answer is option A, that is sarcomere. Next question. Interarticular disc occurs in. Interarticular disc ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? Wall of heart, wall of liver, pubic symphysis, in between two vertebrae. Shilpa Nayak option A, Pallavi option A, Amrita option B, Lohit option D, Nandish option B, DB option D, Kanchana Raj option D, Pavitra option D, Parvati option B na, okay. Soumya option A, Nuhu Sayyad Kumar option D. So one who read it very clearly, those people will answer it. Most of them, as it indicates articular anta bandaga, they think that it is related to the arteries. So arteries el bartave, it comes in the heart as a, it is one of the blood vessel emerging from a heart. So most of them will vote for, or in the exam probability most of them will vote for option A. But interarticular disc occurs in option D, that is in between two vertebrae. The guys who answered for option D, only, I mean, percentage kadme, the 20% of them answered as option D. So option D is the right answer. That is in between two vertebrae. Right. So let us proceed to the next question, guys. During strenuous exercise, glucose is converted into, just a minute. Okay. During strenuous exercise, the glucose is converted into glycogen, pyruvic acid, lactic acid. Option D, lactic acid. Yes. What is the answer? Okay. ಕಾಂಚನ ರಾಜ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಗ್ಲುಕೋಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ? DB ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ, ನಂದೀಶ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ, ದೆನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅ ಮಿನಿಟ್. Just a minute, yeah. So option A, glycogen, option B, pyruvic acid. So most of you voted for option A. Few of you voted for option D. So the right answer is option D, that is lactic acid. Because during strenuous exercise, what happens? Our cells will be breathing anaerobically in the present, in the absence of, means not complete absence, in the action will be taking place in the low concentration of oxygen, which is called anaerobic respiration. So during that, the glucose will be converted into lactic acid. The right answer is lactic acid. Then 13th question goes like this, guys. Feeling of fatigue after running fast for some time is due to option A, loss of energy, option B, accumulation of lactic acid in muscles, option C, formation of succinic acid, option D, formation of biurate crystals. Shilpa Nayak option A, Kanchana Raj option A, Soundarya option Pallavi option B, Saima option A, Pavitra option B. Okay, most of you voted for option B. Few of you voted for option A also. Saumyanara option B. Okay, Gayatri option B. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option B, that is due to the formation or accumulation of lactic acid. Right. The next question. Tendon is made up of what? Option A, adipose tissue. Option B, modified white fibrous tissue. Option C, areolar tissue. Option D, yellow fibrous connective tissue. Yes. Parvati option A, Pallavi option A, Nuhu Sayyad option A, Lohit option B, Soundarya option A, Saumyanarad option A. Tendon ಎದರಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರತ್ತೆ? ಕಾಂಚನಾರಾಜ್, that is the question. Tendon ಎದರಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರತ್ತೆ? Shilpa Nayak option A, Pavitra option D. So let us check the answer. Most of you voted for option A, that is adipose tissue, which is a fat tissue actually. Let us check the answer. It is okay. Option B, That is modified white fibrous tissue is the right answer, guys. Modified white fibrous tissue, not A. Ligament is a tendon ಆಯ್ತು, ligament ಏನೀಗ? Option A modified yellow elastic fiber tissue. Option B inelastic white fibrous tissue. Option C modified white fibrous tissue. Option D none of these. Okay. Rakshita option A, Amruta option A, Kanchanaraj option A, Saima option A, Saundarya option D, Saumya option A, Kumar maybe A, Parvati option A, Ramya option A. Okay, fine. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option A, that is modified yellow elastic fibrous tissue. Next question. Now, yes, just let me know who were present in on Saturday, who were present in Saturday, whether they completed 5-star bio questions on neural control and coordination. Yashwant MC option E. Okay, fine. Now let us solve some questions. I mean, 5-star question, bio 5-star questions on neural control and coordination. Then again we will jump to the coordination in this one, locomotion, and now again we will jump to the concept of locomotion and movement. Just a minute, I will be sharing 5-star questions on neural control and coordination. So most of the new students are attending today. So it is a 5-star bio question, is a question and answer session for a daily basis. I request no one should speak during this question and answer. You should answer only through the chat box. The first message which I get after I complete telling this one. Yeah. After I complete telling the questions and options, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One after ಯಾವ answer ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೋ that person will be a winner if he or she answered it right. So the first question of 5-star bio on neural control and coordination goes like this. The ATPase activity of the myosin head is dependent on option A. So this is idalva beda. Locomotion and neural control and coordination. Okay. Just a minute. It is loading. I hope the screen is visible. Okay. The first question is, which is the most abundant intracellular cation? I repeat, which is the most abundant intracellular cation? Option A, calcium plus plus. Option B, H plus. Option C, K plus. Option D, Na plus. Yes, who is going to answer this first? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kanchanaraj option A, Lohit option C, Saumenaraj option A, Amruta option A. Fine. So the right answer is option C. The first answer I got from Kanchanaraj, but the answer was not C, I guess. The vote was for A. Option C is answered by Lohit. Fine. Which one of the following is an eye disease? Option A, hepatitis. Option B, measles. Option C, glaucoma. Option D, bronchitis. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the first answer I got from Chandru, he voted for option C, that is glaucoma. So it is the right answer. It is an eye disease. Good. Next question. Where are multipolar nerve cells formed? Multipolar nerve cells ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತವೆ? Cochlea, B, dorsal root ganglia of spinal cord, C, retina of the eye, D, brain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Nuhu Sayyed option C, Kanchana Raj option B, Shamita option D, Preeti option C, Parvati option D. Okay, Nuhu Sayyed voted first as correctly option D, that is dorsal root ganglia of spinal cord. Good. Then fourth question of 5-star bio, a nerve fiber initiates a nerve impulse only when the membrane becomes more permeable to what? Option A, adrenaline, option B, phosphorus, option C, sodium ions, option D, potassium ions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaitra option A, Gayatri option A, Chandru option D, Kumar option D, Lohit option C. Just a minute. Okay, thank you. So here the answer is option C, that is sodium ions. It is correctly answered and first answered by Lohit, that is option C, sodium ions. Sodium potassium pump across membranes actively transporting what? What it actually transports? Option A, 2 Na ions outwards and 3 K ions into the cell. 3 K and the potassium. 3 Na ions outwards and 2 K ions into the cell. 2 K ions outwards and 3 Na ions into the cell. 3 K ions outwards and 2 Na ions into the cell. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chandru option D, Amruta option C, Kemashri option C, Dyuti option C, Pavitra option C, Lohit option D, Kanchanaraj option C, Shilpa Nayak option C. The right answer is most of you voted for option B and option C. But the correct answer is option D. Again, correctly answered by Lohit at first. So option D, that is 3 K ions outwards and 2 Na ions into the cell is a right answer. Good. So Lohit is in leading position from last 4 bio 5-star questions. Okay, congratulations to Lohit. Fine. Now let us move on to the questions of, just a minute, locomotion and movement. Let us brush up few concepts. Yeah. I hope the screen is visible. Okay, thank you. The next question. Which of the following is the contractile protein of a muscle? Option A, myosin. Option B, troponeosin. Option C, actin. Option D, tubulin. 5. No, it is not 5-star. No, okay, fine. Kanchanaraj option A, Amruta, Saumya, Pallavi, Lohit, Shilpa Nayak, Parvati, Hemashri. Most of you voted for option A. Very good. Option A, that is myosin, is the right answer. Next. I repeat, the number of floating ribs in the human body is option A, 6 pairs, option B, 5 pairs, option C, 3 pairs, option D, 2 pairs. Rameshyam option A, Amruta option A, Kanchanaraj option A, Lohit option D, Shilpa Nayak option A, Dyuti option A. See, very simple question, very easy question. This we read, I think, in 6th and 7th standard actually. Huh? Only few, 4 or 5 of you answered it correctly. Most of you answered it wrong. They are asking floating ribs. They are asking floating ribs, not the ribs. So the right answer is option D, that is 2 pairs. Option D, that is 2 pairs. Now many of you answered as option D. Question anna correct ag odi answer maadi. Don't be in a hurry. And I think most of you ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, videos ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಮೇಡಮ್ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Just 4 hours you will do like that only. No one is noting down, no one is marking the important points, no one is marking the slides. Screenshot ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಾರೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಶಾಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ವೇಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ನಾವು ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, 4 ತಾಸು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ CET ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ನೋ, ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ, ಬರ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್, ಇಫ್ some sir or some man is going speed, tell them to teach slowly, they will teach you. Otherwise 2 minutes hold ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಬಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್. ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರಿತಾ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಟೈಮ್. Scribble down, take the people and scribble down the question. Options ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, you can just write the question and the answer. What is the right answer? Most of you, almost all of you, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? You are just watching it as a TV or the mobile or Zoom session will not come in front of you while you are solving the CET questions, right? Solve it, write it. Bio ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಲೆಂದಿ ಇದೆ, ಹೂ ಕೇರ್ಸ್? ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಬಲ್ ಇಟ್. PUC 2 ಆಯ್ತು ನಿಮ್ದು, ಸ್ಲೋ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು ನಮಗ್ ನಾವೇ. ಬಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ನಾವು. And most of you, I watched some videos, right? Unfortunately, by mistake or videos are on ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೆಂಗ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಅವರು? Few of the students, I can't take their name here. They are lying somewhere and they are seeing the screen. What is that, man? ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೋ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಅಪ್ಪ. ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಹಂಗ ಓದ್ತೀರಾ? That is the value you are giving to become a doctor or to become an engineer? Fine. So let us proceed to the next question. Okay. It got stuck. Just a minute. Okay. 18th question goes like this, guys. Ankle joint is option A, pivot joint, option B, ball and socket joint, option C, hinge joint, option D, gliding joint. Yes, tell me what is the answer? Preeti, option D, Rakshita, option C, Nuhu Sayyed, option D, Amruta, option D, DB, option D, Lohit, option D, Saumelal, option D, Shilpa Nayak, option D. Most of you voted for option D, that is as gliding joint. I repeat, ankle joint is which type of joint? Okay. Okay. DB, option C, Parvati, option D. Let us check the answer. Option C, that is ankle joint, that is it is a hinge joint. Option C is the right answer, guys. 19th question, elbow joint is ball and socket joint, hinge joint, C, gutter joint, D, gliding joint. Whatever I suggested you, it is not for personal. I suggested as a whole. Okay, don't take it too personal. Then most of you voted for option C, option Rakshita, option B, Parvati, option A, Nandish, option B, DB, option B, Lohit, option B, Saima, option B. So the right answer is option B, that is it is hinge joint. Elbow joint iratalva. This elbow joint, it is a hinge joint. That is it is movable only in one direction. Next, cartilaginous joints. Option A, permit slight movements. Option B, just a minute, something is disturbing me here. Yeah. Option B and say can't read. Option C, all of the above ones. Yeah. Just answer me what is the answer. Yeah. Option C are found in bodies, are found in symphysis. Who said option B? Soumya, Shilpa, option C. Lohit, option D. Okay. Permit slight movements are found in symphysis, are found in bodies of vertebrate. All of the above. The right answer is option D, all of the above. Option D it is. The right answer is option D. Then, 21st question goes like this. Hinge joints are synovial joints, permit movement in one direction, are found in knee, all of the above. DB option C. Kanchanaraj option D. Amruta Pallavi option C. Gayatri option C. Sinchana option D. Parvati option D. Chandru option A. The right answer is option D. These are synovial joints. These permit movement in one direction. These are found in knee. So all three are true. So the answer is all of the above. 22nd question. Joints between carpals are carpals ನಡುವೆ ಇರೋ joints ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ. Option A fibrous joint, option B cartilaginous joint, option C angular joint, option D gliding joint. Preeti option D, Rakshita option D, Sinchana option B, Dyuti option D, Saima, Kanchanara, Chaitra, Saumelana option D, Chaitra option D, Hemashri option D. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option D, that is, it is a gliding joint. Okay. Then the next question, myoglobin occurs in option A blood, option B liver, option C spleen, option D muscles. Myoglobin ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ? Parvati option D, Lohit option D, Amrita, Sinchana option D, Gayatri option D, Yuti option D, Kanchanaraj option D, Saima option D. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option D, that is muscle. Sarcomere is a distance between. Sarcomere andre enu? Option A 2 I bands, option B A and I bands, option C 2 Z lines, option D Z and A bands. Pavitra option D, Parvati option C, Chaitra option C, Asha Sake option C, Lohit option C, Shilpa option C. Let us check the answer. Option C, that is between two Z lines, is the right answer. 25th question goes like this. Which one is incorporated in muscle fiber when gives a reddish appearance? Muscle fibers ಗೆ reddish appearance ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? It is due to what? Acetylcholine, myoglobin, C histone, D cytochrome. Duty option C, Parvati option B, Sinchana option C, Lohit option B, Amrita option C, Saumenara option B. Okay, Kanchanaraj, fine. The right answer is option B, that is myoglobin. Myoglobin jote iron content irodrinda as a globin. Okay, so the color will be reddish in color. Joint between atlas and axis. Atlas and axis. E joint ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? ಈ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. Pivot, saddle, angular hinge. Chandru option A, Kanchanaraj option A, Amruta option A, Chaitra option A, Parvati, DB, Saumenaraj option A, Dyuti option A, Pavitra, Chandru, Shilpa Nayak option A. Good. So the right answer is option A, that is pivot joint. Acetabulum is a part of. Acetabulum ಯಾವದರದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದರ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ acetabulum? Option A pelvic girdle, option B pectoral, option C forearm, option D upper arm. Ramesh, Lohit, Parvati, Amrita, Parvati option A, Amrita option D. Okay, let us check the answer. The right answer is option A, that is pelvic girdle. Synovial fluid is present in ಯಾವ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ synovial fluid ಇರುತ್ತೆ? Spinal, cranial, freely movable joint, fixed joint. Yes. Saima Kanchanaraj option A. Nandish option C. Amruta option A. Pallavi option C. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option C, that is freely movable joints. Bones of pelvic girdle forms a cavity in which head of femur is fitted are ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ? Ilium only, ilium and ischium, ilium, ischium and pubis, ischium and pubis. Shilpa Nayak option C, Parvati option B, Amruta option A, Sinchana option C, Chaitra option B, Hemashri option C, Dyuti option C. Option C, that is ilium, ischium and pubis is the right answer. Next question. Sorry. Sutures present in between various bones of skull are cartilaginous, synovial, hinge and fibrous. Option C, Kanchanaraj, Saima option A, Amruta option C, Nuhu Sayyed option A, Kanchanaraj option A, Chaitra option D, Chaitra, okay, Parvati option A, Saumenrala option A. Let us check the answer. The right answer is option D. That is fibrous joint. Skull alirodu fibrous joint. Which are involved in muscle contraction? Calcium and magnesium, calcium and sodium, sodium and potassium, magnesium and potassium. Nandi Shavati option D, Saumya option C, Lohit option A. Then what about others? Dyuti option A, Sinchana option A, Saima option, Nuhu Sayyed option D, Amruta option A. So the right answer is option A, that is calcium and magnesium ions. Largest synovial joint is option A, hip joint, knee joint, ankle joint, shoulder joint. Synovial joint ಯಾವುದು? Largest synovial joint. Pallavi option C, Kanchanaraj option D, Saumenaral option C, Amruta option D, Ramesh option A. Let us see option B, that is knee joint is the largest synovial joint. Now let us solve some questions, 5-star bio questions on locomotion and movement. Just a minute. Okay. The 5-star bio question of locomotion and movement. The first question goes like this. The ATPase activity of the myosin head is dependent on magnesium ions, manganese ions, calcium ions, ferric ions. Time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Parvati option C, Chandru option C, Pallavi option C, Shilpa option A, DB option C, Rakshita option C. So the right answer here is option C, that is calcium ions, first answered by Parvati. The second question goes like this. The neurotransmitter released at the neuromuscular junction is adrenaline, non-adrenaline, dopamine, acetylcholine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kanchanaraj option C, option A, Chandru option D, Saima option A, Saumenaral option A, Lohit Kumar option A. The right answer is option D, acetylcholine, first answered correctly by Chandru. Good. During muscle contraction, the length of all the following gets reduced except X zone, A band, I band, sarcomere. Kanchanaraj option C, Parvati option A, Saima option A, sorry, option C, Nuhu Sayyed option D, Chandru option B, so the right answer is option B. The first answered by Duty, I guess. Okay. Next question. The human's ribs are termed as bicephalic. Bicephalic anta yaak karitare. They have two articulation surfaces. They have two articulation surfaces on their dorsal end. They have two articulation surfaces on their ventral end and two on dorsal end. They have two articulation surfaces on their ventral and one dorsal end. What is the answer? Human ribs are termed as bicephalic. Yake. Chandru option B. Parvati option B. Saima option B. The right answer and quick answer is given by Chandru. Option B is the right answer. Next question, last 5-star question of locomotion and movement goes like this. The clavicle is articulated with the xiphoid process of the sternum, acromion of the scapula, glenoid cavity of the scapula, head of the humerus. The right 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shilpa Nayak option C, Kanchana option C, Lohit option B, Parvati option A, DB to everyone. Option C, Duty option C. The right answer is option B, correctly answered by Lohit. Okay, I will just clarify this answer tomorrow. Clavicle, fine. Okay, whether the session is clear regarding locomotion and movement, and this chapter consists of 4 marks. The weightage of this is 4 marks. Okay. Okay, then let us wind up the session. Have a nice day. Take care. Next chapter you will get in tomorrow's message, Lohit.